me, Ron McDougall, and today I'm going to talk about heart rate variability and HeartMath for your health. So one of the questions that people have asked me in the past is about HRV, because I use it myself to figure out whether or not I am ready to go and work out after a big workout the day before, or a set of series of workouts that lead up to the next day of training. So they ask me, what is that? Like I explained to them that I use HRV, or heart rate variability, for training, for performance training. And I use an app called Sweetbeat that measures my heart rate. And I grab my heart rate monitor, and I'll show you a little bit later in this video how it works on the iPhone. But heart rate variability, I guess I should go back to that. What is heart rate variability? And the one thing that it is if you think about a person who has a resting heart rate of 60 beats per minute, you would think that it would go every second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it turns out, and this has been proven through peer-reviewed studies, and I'm not going to go into that because I'm not a doctor or a scientist that has done this, but I know that it has been done. I can show you some references here. But the idea is that the more elastic your heart is, or the more resilient your heart is, the more variability it has, the healthier it is. So the measurement of heart rate variability is the time that it takes between the beats. So instead of it going boom, 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 a more elastic heart will go boom, 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 boom. But the idea is that the more elastic the heart is, or the more resilient the heart is, the healthier it is. So if you have a higher heart rate variability, you're more likely to be able to go and do the things that you want to do. If you have a low heart rate variability, then the idea is that you take the day off of training. So that's what heart rate variability is. Now, I use that with the app, and I'll show that a little bit later. But I'd also like to go over what HeartMath is. So HeartMath utilizes heart rate variability, but it also uses brain and heart physiology in order to prove some other things as well. One of my friends is a HeartMath coach, and she's got a website. I'm going to put it right back here. And the idea is that it can help you if you're having issues with stress or other things related to your emotional health. HeartMath also goes into emotional physiology, as well as heart-brain interactions, and there's more things that HeartMath is all about. But I'll show you a link here if you want to follow up further about what HeartMath is. In order for me to explain to you what heart rate variability and how I use it in my workouts and training, I'm going to put on my heart rate monitor, my Wahoo heart rate monitor, which is a Bluetooth Plus heart rate monitor. The idea is that it needs to be Bluetooth Plus because it actually sends the information instantaneously versus the old Bluetooth 3.0 and below. I think that 4.0 is the newest version, but the lower versions don't allow there's a little bit of a lag, where the newer heart rate monitor with the Bluetooth Plus allows that information to actually be transferred instantaneously. So I'm going to get that, I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to show you on the iPhone how my heart rate variability works and what I do in order to train. So I'll test myself. I'll go through the 3-minute process, and you'll see what I mean by testing my heart rate variability. Okay. So I'm going to open up the app called Sweetbeat, which is right here, and it opens up with the stress monitor. So I can start a stress monitor test by clicking the start button here, and it gives you a session type, and we can select monitor stress, which is the red button. I'll click that, and then it listens for the heartbeat just to make sure that your heart rate monitor is connected. And you notice that I have a resting heart rate right now of 60, and presently it should come up with the HRV. Okay, there we go, it's monitoring the HRV now. And you notice my HRV went from 8 to 22, 18, 68. So you can run through this just to monitor your stress. Excuse me. But and you can actually utilize the stress monitor too, the breath pacer, which is a great tool to utilize in order to slow down your breathing and decrease your stress. So if you inhale and exhale, and then inhale and then exhale. You can continue to do that if you want to monitor your own stress, and it gives you a session summary too. But what I wanted to show you is the HRV, so I'm not going to save this session. But I will go back to the HRV for training, the green button at the bottom, and I'm going to click that, and it starts looking for the heart rate monitor again and checking for data. And then what I'm going to do is, you notice the timer there in the middle of the screen says 3 minutes. Once that starts, it's going to record my HRV. So you'll notice that that has started, and right now it's recording my HRV. So I'll do some breathing here, and I'll go through this a little bit quicker and come back when it's done after this 3 minutes. I'll be right back. So that one's done, and now you notice that my heart rate today was 72, and it says it looks good, and you can continue with training. So I can save the session right now. I'm going to dismiss this up here, and it gives me a session summary. And you can go through here, and you can take a look at your power frequencies for the month that has the RF and the HF, and I'm going to look into those and put them up top here. But anyway, you can go through your session stats for the full 3 minutes. And you can take a look at the orange line is your stress level, the green line is your heart rate, and the blue line is your heart rate variability. So if you noticed when I was speaking earlier about the first minute, my HRV went down. So I'm just going to try to squinch here to see if I can get to that level. Okay, yeah. So you'll notice that right there in the first 30 seconds is about when I was talking, and then when I started breathing regularly, that's when my heart rate variability kind of went up. And so it keeps going up and up over here, and until it's done. So then over here, in the next one, it gives you the session stats for your minimum, your maximum, and your average for each the HRV, stress, and heart rate. And then it gives you your power frequencies for the whole time. Again, RF and HF. And then over here, if we do one more, it gives you your session info for the time. And then you get your minimums, your maximums, your average, and your last for that session. And when you're ready, you can click the Save Session button, and then you can click on HRV for performance training. And then that gets put into your history. So now, if I go back to this and click on Charts, and then turn it sideways, and here it gives me the average for the last, well, for all, and I'm going to do the last 5 sessions. You can see the trends that are happening, and you can do the last 10, 15 sessions, and you can take a look at what's happening. So you'll notice that my HRV kind of dropped there in the middle, and then it started to rise again, and that's just because I wasn't feeling that great for that session. So if I can move over to the next one here, it gives me all the sessions for all the different times that I've done HRV, walking, working, relaxing, socializing, meditating, that sort of thing. So it just gives me the levels. And here it gives me my HRV for training, and you can see the trends there again. And then here's the power frequencies and how they relate to time. And then your heart rate recovery over time. So now we're going to go back to, sometimes it doesn't work that great here, but back to the charts and your breathing pacer. And this is the stress monitor. So if you wanted to click on, what do we want to click on? Oh, there's the images here. You can take a look. Here's your heart rate monitors. So I've got the Bluetooth Smart Wahoo HRM version 2.1. You can take a look at some correlations if you happen to be doing different tests within the Sweetbeat app. You can see the correlations here as they pertain to you. And there's a couple videos that I would recommend looking at too. So that's the Sweetbeat app, and
I just wanted to go over that. And what I like to do is to get up in the morning, and the first thing I do before I get out of bed is actually put on the heart rate monitor and check my heart rate variability and see whether or not I should be going out and going for a run or going for a ride or going for a swim. So I hope that helps you. Have a great day.